And the point guards and the shooting guards, we've done the small forwards. Now it's time for the starting power forwards in the NBA. And because we're going by the depth charts, Scottie Barnes very likely to starting power forward for the Raptors. He's going to be a feature in this list. Where does he stack up against the best in this position? We are certainly about to find out. The Amateur Hour Production Network is dedicated to Toronto Raptors content. We do videos and we also do live streams, which go long on the main channel. So to make it easier for you guys to watch and to digest, we have the Amateur Hour Clips channel. We're going to take the best highlights and segments from those live streams on Amateur Hour Sports and put them right here for you to enjoy. So if you like what you see along the way, make sure you do hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel as well. With so much consistent content coming out as well as post-game shows during the season, you're not going to want to miss out. So, made my own tier list here. Just went through the ESPN depth chart and found who the starting power forward should be. Made amendments if I felt like it needed to be amended. But really, power forwards, I feel like it's kind of easy to tell who is going to be in that position, who is not. We're going to save Scottie Barnes for last year for, just to make you guys hang around a little bit more with me. But let's jump into it. Starting with Alex Sarr. Wow, we're not going to start. I think it's in reverse alphabetical order here, but we're not starting off too hot here. If preseason was any indication, we need some work here for the second overall pick. But he's mid. I mean, he's going into his first year. Summer League. If you have a really good summer league, it doesn't mean much. You have a bad summer league, that might mean something. He has to prove something. Agreed. We're going to put him mid. Hendricks is a guy who was a sticking point for the Jazz. Sorry, I'm mixing him up with somebody else. But Hendricks, I don't know if he'll be starting at power forward. I actually would like to just double check who they have listed here because they have Markkanen listed as a small forward. Hendricks listed as a power forward. So feel free to tell me if you think they'll start somebody else. He's mid. Young guy, second year, going into his second year in the NBA now. He's got to prove something a little bit before we get there. They're just not there yet. They're young. They can get better, but at this point, they're mid. Keegan Murray's a bit tough. I really like Keegan Murray. I don't think we can put him in great because I think there are going to be some relatively great players there. I would be tempted to maybe move him up. Although one knock on Keegan Murray is some shooting splits. Like, he's so much better at home. If he was a little bit more consistent away, I think he'd be in the great tier, but maybe not quite yet. Very good complementary player. I kind of agree. He's on the cusp of great, but he's maybe not quite there. Jeremy Grant, he flies under the radar because he plays for Portland. He likes getting his game time. He certainly likes the amount of money that he's making. Not sure if Portland love how much they have invested in him, but he's probably great. He's probably great. That's a 20 point per game score, decently efficient, good shooter. But is it all just he's on a bad team? He stacks up points. Let me look. For a while, in Denver, he was 12. Then he went to Detroit and just got all this extra game time and touches. But we've never seen him at this level on a good team. It is pretty efficient. He's taken a bit of a step up with Portland. Would he be great? You know what? We'll think. I'll leave him there for now because 21 points per game is hard. 19 plus points per game in 4 straight seasons is difficult. I'll leave him there for now. I know he's not that good of a defender, but I will leave him there for now. All right, next up, Paolo Banchero. Ooh. He's tough. We'll come back to him. I'm probably going to put him great, but that's tough. Jeremy Sohan, he's got to get a bit better, doesn't he? Is he good? He's better than these guys. I'll put him good, but I was tempted to put him mid. Kevin Durant is still a superstar. He is still a superstar in the NBA. We're not gonna argue that one, right? We're not gonna argue that. You want to put Paolo Banchero good? I'm not gonna do that. Kevin Durant's a superstar. Caleb Martin, he's good. He's a good role. He's a great role player, but he's a good player. A nice fifth man. Had that insane run in the NBA Finals and Conference Finals a couple years ago, but he's good. If you're better than good, you're not getting an $8 million contract, right? Good. Siakam is a star. Absolutely a star. We're not going to put him on the level of Kevin Durant, but Siakam's absolutely a star. Recent All-Star. He's made 2 All-NBA teams. That's a star in this league for sure. With a full season Indiana, he could threaten another All-Star appearance if Indiana are on the right track. I'm not really thinking about that. Zion is close to being a superstar if he can be healthy, but he can't. They managed him last season minutes-wise and usage-wise, and therefore he's a star. He's definitely got superstar ability, but he's a star. We're not putting Zion Williamson on the level of Kevin Durant. A couple years ago, I think we're having that conversation, but that he wasn't healthy that year. He never is, and they kept him healthier by playing him, less usage, as I said, giving him less usage. So he's a star. Definitely superstar ability, though. Chet Holmgren. I'm not going to go too hard for Chet Holmgren here. He's great. He's great. Makes me feel like Jeremy Grant shouldn't be in this tier. Okay. Very good for Jeremy Grant. Very good plus. Maybe not quite great. Chet, amazing defender. We know that. Working on the shot, coming out of his first season. I think this is more than fair for a player going into his second season of playing. We're going to toss him there. Julius Randle, I go against, I was gassing up Siakam as this All-NBA, All-Star. Randle's done the All-Star stuff. I can't get with Randle in star. He's great, though. Yeah, Randle's great. I cannot put him in the good plus. I cannot put him as a star. Yeah, I agree. Right behind Chet is where I feel like Randle belongs. Giannis is a superstar. Giannis is so good, he flies under the radar because he's just way better than even some people think he is, even though he's fantastic. Superstar. Cat is great. Cat's more than great. I think Cat's a star. I would definitely have Cat above. Would I have him? He's in the middle because he's not a good defender. He wilts in bigger games. I think there's enough talent to push him above Chet and Randle, though. All-star caliber play last season. We'll give Cat the benefit of the doubt. I'll lean to star more than I lean to great for him. Nikola Jovic, I don't know. If I might be missing something, but honestly, how many teams does Jovic start for? I'm just going to do a quick box score surf to see. Obviously, he's more impactful for him, he's more impactful than his stats might suggest. A 7.5 point per game player, though. Look, he's decent fish. That's mid. He's not starting for a lot of teams. Yeah, I'll put him top of. He's better than. Is he that much better than Soren Hendricks? I'll leave him there. Patrick Williams, I don't really like him. He's good, though. He's not mid. He's good. No way he's better than that. I'll probably do it like this. He's decently efficient from 3 because nobody guards him. He's a decent defender. I don't rate him that highly, honestly. He got paid pretty well by Chicago, but I honestly don't rate him that highly. No. This is a tough one next. Jaren Jackson. Obviously, former Defensive Player of the Year. He really impressed me last season with all the injuries as a lead scorer. I didn't think he had it in him to be like a shot creator for himself, but he kind of does have it. He kind of does. He's on the cusp of a star. Y'all gotta help me out with Jaren Jackson. Am I crazy for thinking star, or is it just gonna be great? Not a great dribbler. We're saying great, below star. Sorry if you hear my dog. Okay, I can say like near the top of great. I can get with that. He's close, though. Maybe if he tightens up the handle, you're right. I think at this point, Banchero's up here. I don't want to overrate him too highly because I think that there's a bit of a Banchero craze right now, but he's higher probably. He's higher than these guys. I'd rather have Banchero than these guys for my team. He needs to get more efficient at the rim, and I think if he does, he's on like a big pathway to being like a higher tier star. But I think he's already there. If there was like a tier in between, I think Cat and Banchero would be there. But, is Siakam and Zion like miles ahead of Banchero and Cat? Probably not. So I'll have to put Banchero there. Kawhi is still a superstar. We Raptors fans, we know what Kawhi can do, right? We know what Kawhi can do. Absolutely. He's got to be there. I see some debates going on about Chet and Jaren Jackson. Like, we got to value defense, right? Like, these are two defensive player of the year caliber players. Jaren Jackson has won the award. Am I undervaluing defense too much? I just can't. I can't put him. I can't put Jaren. Like, okay, let me consult a bit of the box score to sway me. Like, am I undervaluing his offense? There seemed like a consensus belief he should have been great. 22.5 points per game last season. Not efficient. So, he just got higher usage, essentially. He went up 4.5 field goal attempts per game. He's great. I can't do it. Can't do it. I'm going to keep him above Chet, though. I will keep him above Chet. Rui Hachimura, kind of overrated, but still, like, that's a high. Like, Jeremy Grant's good. Rui Hachimura's good. He's makes $17 million. He shouldn't be making $17 million. He's good. He hits his threes. Yeah, that's more or less the tier he belongs in. Jabari Smith, probably the same. Decent corner shooter for Houston, decent defender. Hasn't really ascended like his draft stock would have suggested. Jabari Smith is about there. Aaron Gordon's better than good. I really like Aaron Gordon. Very good defender. Perfect complementary player. That is like an extraordinary level of like a fifth man type of guy. He's more of like a fourth man. Switchable defender. Pivotal towards the success of the Denver Nuggets. Absolutely have to put him in the better than good tier, but not quite at the great level. Draymond Green. Oh, Draymond Green. He's lost a step. And for that reason, he's still got the brains, but for that reason, we got to put him here. He's not at this level anymore. He just isn't. I mean, he's not enough of a factor on offense. He's lost a step defensively. Tobias Harris, he gets hated on for that contract, and the Pistons also overpaid him. He ain't great, but he's not. He's better than good. Like, let's not shit on Tobias Harris too hard here. PJ Washington is just this, he hits his threes. He's lanky. Can play defense a little bit. He's right in this tier. A lot of the same type of player in this good tier here, complimentary tier here. So I think PJ Washington fits right in. Solid player, but had a good playoff run, but he's not on the great tier. I feel like the great tier you have to add a little bit more than just complimentary stuff. You got to be able to lead in a category, and whether it's offensively or defensively, or maybe excel as that shooter type guy. I feel like I'll keep him here. I feel like I could put him down. Miles Bridges, this is tough. He's a tough one to grade. I think we need a new category for him, actually. I don't think one fits here. I don't think we have a choice in this case. I feel like there's only one category that Miles Bridges fits. So there he goes. Evan Mobley, is he great? Is he great? I'd rather have Chet. I'd rather have Jaren Jackson. y'all gotta help me, Evan Mobley. You guys, what do you think? I would put him here. I think you could convince me to put him higher. I would put him here. Let me know. Jason Tatum's obviously a superstar. I'd rather have Giannis than him. I'd rather have KD. Tough. I think I'd rather have them too. That's tough though. What are we saying on Mobley? Below Julius is fine. Inefficient bet. So we're saying Jeremy is closer to Tobias than he is Draymond, Aaron Gordon. That's true. He's like, the inefficient. Yeah, he'll score, but he's a bit inefficient. He can score though. On a good team, we'll see. No, we are saying Grant is as good as Mobley. Okay, fair enough. We'll move Mobley up. Fair enough. Eric Gordon, Drea. Okay, I moved him up. Okay, here's where we are. I think we can go with that. I think that's better. Jalen Johnson, he's good. I think he'll be higher by the end of the season. He does a lot. I really like Jalen Johnson. I think he's on a good trajectory as a player. That's one for the Hawks to definitely build with. And then we go to Dorian Finney-Smith. Man, he's a good complementary piece. Really good defender. Probably like higher tier on the good side of things, right? I'd rather have Martin, I think, here. Yeah, that's how I do it. Final piece of the puzzle. Scottie Barnes. You could absolutely make a case Barnes had a better season than Banchero. I think Barnes is on a better tier than Mobley. Not sure if I can really say he's like comfortably above these guys or comfortably with these guys up here. What do we think? I want to give Scottie Barnes his flowers as a Raptors fan 100%. I don't want to be overly biased. Like 28 and 6 though. Pretty efficient as well. He's not a superstar. I think I'm going to have to put him above Powell and stick to my guns. Am I not gassing up Jalen Johnson enough? I'm happy to move him up. I'm happy to do that. I like him. I'm happy to put him here. All right, what do we think? Pretty well spread out, honestly. Bottom tier is a little bit lonely, but pretty well spread out here, honestly. How are we feeling on this one? I think that's it. Is Cat really that much better than Barnes? No. Is Siakam really that much better? No, he's not. I'm happy. This is it. We're gonna lock this one in. That's the list. What would you change?